Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can get notifications when I post something new. Like, share, and subscribe. Okay, this is a project share for the Merry Maker Stash Swap hosted by Zara. She's Miss Snail Mail. And for this one, it is a partnered one-on-one swap. Build your stash with this super fun swap set of 6 gift bows, which means any kind of dies that you have, make 6 bows with those. 4 trim samples, 18-inch minimum per sample. 4 mini 3x3 cards, sequin mix, and 6 handmade embellishments. Bag topper and 4 bag toppers. So the 3 minis, I only made 3. I gotta go back and make another one, but that's okay. I'm gonna continue with this and just make another one now that I read that it was 4. I don't know why. For some reason I was thinking 3 3x3s. So I have to go and make another one. So I made 2. One for my swap partner that I was assigned, and then Zara didn't get enough people to swap for herself, so I told her I would swap with her. And yeah, so what I did is I made the tree tags, which is in a previous video, and then I just loaded up this ring. So I'm going to take them all off and we will go over it one by one, and then I will reload it back on because there's no way I can flip through it while it's still on the ring. So the first one, I made a set of, I stuck with green mostly for this paper pad. Oh, I should have got that out too. Let me go grab my pad. Okay, so this is the paper pad that I used. It's called Safe Freeze, and it's from Recollections. I don't know what year. It was either last year or the year before. And this was already used, so I didn't have every single page in here that it shows on the cover. And I keep all my scraps in a 12 by 12 scrapbook page sleeve, and I keep them together, so until I'm completely out and have no more I can use this with, that's how I store my paper. So I used this is a Temu die, but it's a knockoff of the Craft Diva, I want to say. And I just put some little tiny like beads. I don't even know what these are, what they're called. I tied them up on some trim so she could take them off, do whatever she wants with them. She can add them to her projects or whatever that she's working on, or I have no idea what she wants to do with them. But there is that would be one of the 6 handmade embellishments. That's one of those. And then I made some bows, and I just took some dies that I had and I cut it out of felt that has they're like stickers. So they're felt bow stickers, and I made them 2 in green, 2 in red, 2 in pink, and 2 in white. So she can use these and decorate however she wants her projects up with those. And I wasn't sure how I was going to package these or do this, but they kind of work out great right here in this little zippy bag. And it's got the hook thing, so I can hook it right to this. And then I got silver and gold eyelash trim. And there's definitely more than 18 inches. I made sure that I was very generous of what trims I gave. So then on the first tree, this would be another one of the 6 handmade embellishments. I did this last year, and I cut these out with the KS Crafts Tier Tray add-on. I put a little red rhinestone for the nose, and then I just cut this out of silver, cut off the bottom to make the sleigh I don't know what you would call those. And then on the other side, I made two little, they're basically like handmade doodle pops. They're really cute, and I just thought that the trucks kind of went with theme. And then for the next one is the bag toppers. And you have to have 4 bag toppers, but I definitely did more. And my bags are starting to rip at the seams, so I'm trying to make them work. I have to tape them up. So for 4, I made 2 of each, 2 of this bow style, 2 of this bow, and I didn't glue them together because I wanted her to be able to do it how she wants, because some people glue it this way and then some people fold that over and glue it like that. So she can decide how she wants to do that. And like I said, I made 2 of each. So there's that bow, and then these are just regular, and they have poinsettias on them. And then this one here is gingerbread. So definitely more than what is required. And I did this ×2. 1 set for Holly, 1 set for Zara. Now I just have to find a box to put everything in, and hopefully I can stay in my budget for shipping to Zara, because yeah, Bethany was saying that hers is going to cost a fortune to send to, I think, Australia she's sending hers to, but hers has a lot of weight to it because she wants to send a paper pad. So hopefully mine won't be too terrible. And then I punched a hole so that I could fit it on. Oh no, now I'm gonna have to redo it. Yep, I have to retape it and punch the hole. No biggie. But next up is my other trim sample. So I did the 2 silver and gold colors, and you're supposed to have 4 trim samples, but I went above and beyond. I did a green and a red of this, and this is like a, I have no idea what this is called, but it's really cute, and I thought that it would go pretty good with the Christmas deal. And then I made these blue snowflake bows. I've got large, medium, and small, and this is in, I think it's a Temu set. And I just left them plain so that they could be used, and she can use these for upcoming holiday or winter crafting. And then I have this that I made. It's a little banner, and I kept it as simple as I could. Something to decorate a tiered tray or her desk or whatever. And it just says joy, and I have tiny little rosettes with Christmas trees on them. And these little banner pieces were gifted to me in they were just recently gifted to me too. And now I can't think. I want to say a Halloween swap, but I don't remember who. I don't know right off the top of my head. But I thought they were perfect, and there was just enough to make a set for Holly and a set for Zara. So it worked out perfectly. And I have no idea, like, if it's backwards or whatnot. Sorry. I'm not good at packaging. And then here is my second Christmas tree, and I made some little poinsettia flowers out of one of the papers in the paper collection. And then I took these are like little pearl strand, and I cut them off because they were like the perfect size to use for the center. And then on this side, which they are still kind of drying, but I have, they might be dry enough now. I have 3 shaker dies that bows, which I ran out of this foam. Cuts really nice, and I had to use this, but as you can see, it's different dimension, and I don't know why. I don't know which one. I think this came from Joann's, and I can't find it anymore. But this is crappy foam, and I don't like it, but it's what I have and what's available. So anyway, that's how I'm going to put these, and then add it to there with some removable glue dots. So I'm going to pause and go ahead and do that now. Okay, so I glue dotted those on, and those are ready to go. And next is my other trim sample. Stuck here, sorry. So I'm doing a green, red, and then a red. And these I've had in my stash forever and ever. These were from my grandmother, and she passed in 2012. So I've probably had these early 2000s, because she gave them to me before she passed. And I just never used them, so it's time to share my stash. And then for the last Christmas tree, I got these last year in a gift exchange and just thought that I would share because I have extras and I have this die. And then I made this from a Temu Cocoa set, but I think it's a KS Craft knockoff. I'm not 100% sure, but I made that one, and then this one I'm gifting. And it's a little bit different for the one that Zara is getting, or Holly. Like, they're the exact same, but just different colors. This one is pink and red. And then this one is just different. But other than that, they're the same. And then, get this put back in there so nothing gets destroyed. Okay. And then I'm going to package them in a tote like this. That's the only way I can figure to make this. And then I'll put paper shred in there. And then after I do that one, and that goes on there. Then next up is my cards, which I have to make another one because I only made 3. And they are slightly different between Holly and Zara because I used what ephemera was in the paper pad and put on here. So there's Snow Place Like Home, and then I went ahead and did the envelope to match the back of the card. So there's that one. This one, Let It Snow. Simple, quick, something just to write a quick note. I didn't over embellish these because it's really hard for me to do because they're super small. I don't know. I struggle with tiny little cards like these. But that's what I made for my cards. Just stuck them in here and recycled some packaging from something, probably stickers, I don't know. And then my shaker mix, I'm sharing a bag of shaker mix. It doesn't say, it says sequin mix, but it doesn't say like how many to give or whatnot. And then here is another set of bows, and I use the same shaker mix inside of these. So there's that. And then I'm gifting little puffy stickers to both. And on top of that, I have a little bag of cookies, little Christmas cookies, and I put a bag topper on there, and this is a bag that I got last year, a little treat bag, and I was going to hang it on the ring, but they'll probably get crushed and ruined, so I'm just going to stick them in the box and let them have it that way. So yeah, that's my swap times 2, and I hope that they like.
Thanks for watching. Bye.